Hello everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. I am here today to talk about the two recent gameplay slash companion videos that IGN posted this past week for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I am not going to be sharing a whole lot of videos unless it's something that catches my attention. Because spoilers. Apparently, BioWare is showing a lot of spoilers, and I don't know if they're doing it intentionally. I think that this is just being done in the name of them trying to be transparent and open with the community. But a lot of us are like, that's a spoiler. We don't want to know that. But also, the news is coming so fast that I can't keep up. I'm just way too busy to be able to keep up with everything. So I'm going to try to do like a weekly video on whatever I hear about or read about it from IGN, because the month of September is all IGN. IGN's going to be posting a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'll try to do some maybe a weekly video on this kind of thing and see how well that goes. We have until Halloween before the game comes out, so there's that. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about specifically were two things. A, the Mage combat, and B, the Qunari aesthetic. Because those two things are a slight concern for me, but not really, and I'll get into that. But B, also the cause of some discourse that I want to talk about, because I think that it's kind of important, especially the Qunari. So we're going to talk about the Qunari first. The Qunari have changed a lot since Dragon Age Origins. I think that the best aesthetic for the Qunari was in Dragon Age 2. And I think that that's what a lot of people latch on to. And it's understandable. I completely understand. Why? Because the Qunari in Dragon Age 2 looked amazing. They looked badass. They looked a bit scary. They were very big and strong and all that kind of stuff. However, we get into Inquisition. They did change up just a little bit, but not a lot. To be fair, we didn't see a lot of Qunari in Dragon Age Inquisition outside of the Trespasser DLC. I don't remember. It has been a while, so refresh my memory in the comments down below, but I'm pretty sure that's when we saw a lot of the Qunari, was in Trespasser. And they all looked pretty much... I mean, they changed from Dragon Age 2, but they still looked similar enough. And then, of course, the Iron Bull. You know, we had our Qunari companion, and he's pretty awesome. He's also pretty unique in some ways. Physically, mentally, all that kind of stuff. So there's that. But we also, in Inquisition, saw our first female Qunari. One or two? I know there was one. It was the Vitasala. But I can't remember if we saw any more. Outside of if we made any female Qunari in our character creator, which I did. I made a female Qunari. I have a modded female Qunari. And I have the vanilla female Qunari. I have my male Qunari that I made. He's very handsome, if I do say so myself. Very proud of, because I made him to romance Dorian, and I was a little jealous. I was like, Dorian, you got a good one there. He looks great. And let me see. So his face, the way I designed him, and you got to remember this is a character creator. So yeah, the forehead is definitely a little smaller. It's less pronounced. There are the wrinkles. They're lines. Forehead lines. His face is definitely a little rougher. So I'm hoping that we can do that similar in Dragon Age: The Veilguard. The thing about the male Qunari specifically that we saw in the Mage gameplay video is, yeah, they made his face look more human. and very buttery smooth, which was a little off-putting, and I understand why people were upset. But I am being hopeful because they did say that the character creator is going to be the most advanced they've ever done, the most variety that they've ever done. So what I am thinking is we get to design our Qunari any way that we want to design them. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to not make them so smooth. And I think that it was just the choice of the person that made that particular character. I think the character creator is going to allow us room and space to make our Qunari. So this is my female Qunari. And yeah, she's a bit smooth, and her forehead, I'm just like looking at her forehead. It's definitely smaller. It's not so out there. This is the only picture I have of my vanilla female Qunari, by the way, so I don't have any more. This is the only one that I ever saved. I don't know why. It was such a long time ago. It was way back in like 2015, 16, whenever I decided to create her. And I don't have the pictures. And it was on Xbox, so Xbox doesn't save a lot of stuff. So, this is what my vanilla character looked like. And then, of course, you know, I will include my modded one because outside of her complexion, I didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, that's her face. I just changed her complexion. And her complexion is modded. And obviously she's got modded hair. But she's got the vanilla horn. She's got the vanilla face structure. I didn't change any of that. I just designed her. And, yeah, I think she's gorgeous. I mean, I made her nose a little, you know. But this is part of the character creator. You get to design your character. And if I'm thinking that the Veilguard character creator is going to be much more than what Inquisition's was, then yeah, I think we're going to be able to design our Qunaris any way that we want. I also want to point out that the female Qunari that they showed in the companion video was chef's kiss. She was gorgeous. I can't wait to make a Qunari now. I'm excited to make a Qunari, A, out of curiosity of the character creator, and B, I'm also curious if I can make a Qunari in the Antivan Crows, because we've never seen that. Curiosity, I kind of want to figure that out because I kind of think it would be cool to have a Qunari character as an Antivan Crow. I think that would be really interesting. Me personally, that's what I think. That would be really cool. I already know I'm probably going to do Rogue, which leads me into the Mage gameplay. And I'll be honest, I was not that impressed when I first saw it. But I had another watch. I looked at it again, and I'm like, you know what? There's a lot going on. There's a bit of chaos. The particular gameplay they were showing was fighting a bunch of darkspawn and demons and whatnot, so there was a lot going on. And maybe I just didn't see enough. So I went back and I rewatched it, and I'm liking it. I also want to point out that Corinne said specifically, because this was, I think, her character. Corinne said specifically that she was going for a specific build. So I'm thinking that because they did say that we get to customize our combat according to our playstyle, that we're going to have more freedom to do some more things and play in the way that we want. So again, while I was not all that impressed with the Mage gameplay, I want to keep in mind that this was one person's playstyle, and when I do play a Mage, it may feel very differently for me. It may look differently to me. So yeah, I just want to keep that in mind, and I want to keep that in mind for everybody else. Keep that in mind when you're choosing your class, that it could look and feel very differently for you when you play the game. I think that we just need to try to remind ourselves to keep a little bit more of an open mind. I understand people's skepticism. I really do. But I think the discourse is just going a little too far. Because there are a lot of people that are just very, very excited, myself included, for this game. We have our reasons for being excited. We have our reasons for being optimistic. We have our reasons for it. If you want to be skeptical, that's fine. And I respect that you are skeptical. I do understand a lot of people because it is, what, a $60 game? And money's tight these days. And a lot of people aren't willing to spend $60 on a game that they're not confident will make them happy. So I completely understand if you don't want to pre-order, if you don't even want to buy it on day one, you just want to wait and see the reviews, you want to wait and see people's gameplays, which is totally okay. I completely understand that. I do that sometimes with certain games. Like it took me forever to buy Cyberpunk 2077, and I still haven't like gotten past the prologue. So but that's just me because I don't have the time. But it took me forever. It took me a while to buy that game because I was watching other people play and I was watching other people's reviews. And of course, Cyberpunk 2077 had a lot of negative feedback in the beginning, and that made me hesitate to put money into that game. So I completely understand people who are very hesitant and they want to wait. Totally fine. I will be doing my first Let's Play on YouTube. I will be posting videos, so if you want to watch that and you want to see how the game looks from my end or from my videos or whatever, feel free to pop in and check it out. The only thing that I'm almost positive on is that I am going to be a rogue. But as far as like everything else, like what faction I'm choosing, who I'm romancing, what race I'm going to be, I don't know. I just don't know. I may, in fact, do like a whole separate video just going through the character creator and making several different types of characters, male and female, and posting that just for people to get a feel of it. That's if BioWare does not show us, like they say they're going to show us the character creator. I would love for them to give us the character creator like Dragon's Dogma 2 did. That would be amazing, but I myself am not going to get my hopes up on that. The very least that I'm expecting, though, is to be shown the character creator, so hopefully we will see that. But anyway, that is it for me. I am personally very excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think that the Qunari are going to be fine. I think that these were characters that were specifically made by people because they were in the character creator, and I think that that's also another thing, is it's making people hesitant with the character creator, and not because we don't know. We just know what they have been telling us, and they haven't shown it to us yet. And I think that that's really important. We need to see the character creator. But I think that we also I think it's safe to have a little bit of optimism in there and hope for the best. I think that it's going to be okay. So yeah, with that being said, that's all I have to say. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.